if you like.
Andy. You go first.
My choice of book is George Orwell's version of Animal
Farm.
And for those of you who haven't read it for a long time, the ending is all about the pigs and the humans becoming indistinguishable.
That's right, yeah. Okay.
In George's version, but you can do something else.
So we've got a few seconds. An unexpected or premature ending. I've got one.
Off you go then, Jim.
Okay. Can I speak to the owner? Said the foot and mouth inspector.
Oh, well, mine's similar. I put there's been an outbreak of swine flu. Great minds think alike.
Yeah, I've got a very similar one as well.
Should we do Ollie and then Roger?
Okay, yeah. Well, Long John Silver walks from Treasure Island into Animal Farm, and he says, well, if 4 legs are good and 2 legs are bad, how about 1 leg?
I had Beasts of England made #1 in the charts, and they all became very happy capitalists.
Very good.
Any more offers?
The pigs all ate far too much and burst.
Okay, Andy.
Well, I've got one. Oh, sorry. Has Talia got one? Was there somebody else?
Alice.
Alice got one. Okay.
Okay, and so the pigs can fly. Actually, I haven't quite finished it. Something about pigs flying and humans and birds. If you can just
and mine was
put
because
that in your mind.
Yeah.
The pigs flew past the window. Okay.
Yeah. Pigs flew
Did
past
you
the
have one, Talia?
well, it's very stupid. It's because Andy said that the pigs were indistinguishable from the humans. So Mrs. Brown goes into the butcher's and asks, what kind of sausages are these?
Very good.
Did you ever see the that comedy series based on Royston Vasey, the village of Royston Vasey?
No.
Thing where the butcher was actually selling human flesh.
Yes, yes, that's right.
Yeah, Hilary Briss, the butcher. Yes, yeah.
But we love Punch and Judy when the evil Punch, what does he minces the police officer.
It's the policeman, isn't it?
And the sausages come up striped.
Yeah.
Navy blue and light blue.
So Andy, what's your thing?
All right, mine was Napoleon's speech was a triumph. As all glasses were raised in congratulation, the telephone rang. Squealer hurried to the receiver. He paled as he listened. Trembling, he turned to meet his leader's baleful stare and squeaked, "That was Tesco's head office. They've cancelled our salad contract."
Very good. Okay, who else would like to go? What? Have you got anybody?
Roger's got one, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, off you go, Roger.
Okay, I've got myxomatosis was a big problem in them parts.
Anybody else?
I've got one. That stew smells good, said Mr. McGregor to his wife.
I've got nearly the same, Bob.
So have I.
I've got a different one.
Yeah, go on, off you go.
I put Peter Rabbit took careful aim as Mr. McGregor was harvesting his carrots and cabbages. So I had a different ending to that.
Well, I've got one for our multicultural, multi-ethnic, politically correct age. And it goes, so Peter married Jemima and they all lived happily ever after. What was that?
Very, very woke.
Yeah, very well.
I've got one.
Yep.
Okay, Peter said those lettuces were something else. I'm going on to the magic mushrooms now and getting together with Dylan from Magic Roundabout.
I had a newspaper headline, and the headline reads, "Local celebrity hangs in butcher's shop window."
Yeah.
And Varian, what's Varian's?
Mine is a week later, Peter Rabbit went to a jumble sale with his mother and sisters. He kept very quiet when he noticed a blue jacket with brass buttons, but his sisters quickly pointed it out to his mother.
Did you see that in the fuss about the Roald Dahl rewriting, I was reading that an early version of Peter Rabbit had Peter Rabbit's father, he sees his father in a pie, and it caused a little bit of upset to the young children, so they quietly dropped it from future editions.
I think there was a line, wasn't there? He was caught and put into a pie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I have-
maybe, was there a picture originally then?
I don't know. I just
Yeah.
saw that in the past, publishers, when they've caused a little bit of outrage for young children, have just quietly dropped something rather than with the Roald Dahl making a big fuss about it.
Yeah.
I have a Peter Rabbit story. My brother and wife and the two boys live in Keswick, and they were obviously great Peter Rabbit fans. And they were in the pub one day, and I think Sam was about 4 and Joe was 6. And they, the pub owner came over to speak to Vic and Karen, who he knew, and Vic said to the boys, "This is Mr. McGregor." And Sam jumped up and shouted, "You killed Peter Rabbit!" Yeah, so he said he's not that Mr. McGregor, but yeah, it was this poor old Sam was traumatized.
Lovely.
Have we actually run out, or has anybody else?
No,
Oh no, good. Okay.
We've got.
Oh,
Good,
brilliant.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
so let's have
excellent.
Talia.
okay. Jane Eyre.
Oh,
Everybody knows the story of Jane. Or have you done that already?
we did that one last week.
All right, brilliant.
You?
We got a really good ending.
Yeah.
That's all right. Come on, do it again.
Can I do my ending? You've already done all of your endings, but
Well,
then
yeah,
I won't know what they are.
If we can remember what ours were, Andy, what was yours? Do you remember?
Oh, don't.
I had something like, "Dear Jane, will you pop upstairs for me?" said Mr. Rochester, fingering a very large key.
That's right.
Oh, and I had Reader, I divorced him.
Yes, yeah.
And that was the one where I had Heathcliff. Oh shit, I'm in the wrong book.
Yeah.
Oh.
So what was yours, Talia?
Right. Well, Jane had had enough of needy men. So she used her inherited fortune to live an independent life, traveling the world, ending up setting up back in the UK, setting up a school for disadvantaged girls in Scunthorpe.
Hey!
That's a very politically correct ending.
Yeah, that's very good one, Talia. Excellent.
Yeah.
So I don't know what happened. So I've completely ignored the brief and giving you a Moriarty one. Holmes pointed his revolver at the evil mastermind Moriarty. "Take that," he said, as a little stick with a flag with "bang" written on it popped out of the end of his revolver.
I've got a revolver one too.
Come on then.
"Sorry, Holmes," said Watson. "My trusty revolver went off by accident."
Come on, have you got one?
Well, I've got one.
Oh,
yeah.
sorry, of course you have. Hello.
Yeah,
No,
I got
mine
this.
is-
This is an old joke that I've just remembered, where Holmes and Watson are lying in a field looking up at the stars, and Holmes says to Watson, "Well, Watson, what do you deduce from what you see?" And Watson says, "Well, from a meteorological point of view, I would say that it's a fairly cloudless night and there's not much wind. From a liturgical point of view, it makes me think, well, there must be a God to have created something as wonderful as that universe. It couldn't possibly happen naturally. From an astronomical point of view, I would point out that I can see several constellations from where we're lying. And from a geographical point of view, I would deduce that we're in the Northern Hemisphere. Well, what do you deduce, Holmes?" And Holmes turns to Watson, he says, "Well, what I deduce, Watson, is that someone's pinched our bloody tent."
I've got another one.
Roger's off. Roger's off.
I've got another one for you. Holmes and Watson settled into their armchairs and tucked into their evening cheese and biscuits. Suddenly, "Great heavens, Holmes! What's that?" screamed Watson. "Emmental, my dear Watson."
Very good.
All right, Bob. Oh no,
Oh,
Talia.
Talia.
Oh, lost it. Oh, it's his headline. Here we go. Dr. Watson accused of supplying drugs to detectives.
Hey, very good.
Hey.
Has anyone else got one?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay, Bob, then, your final one.
Right. Mrs. Hudson replied, "Oh yes, Dr. W. The rooms at 221B are vacant and available. I'm sure you'll be happy with your friend. But you need to comply with a couple of trifling restrictions I do insist upon. No smoking, no playing of musical instruments, and no firearms."
Very good.
very good. Oh dear.
Any
End of a
more?
partnership.
Yes. Go on, Alice.
A new book. You ready
Yes.
for a new book?
A new book, yeah.
Well, I'll do.
Go.
I've got
Okay, Varian.
Alice together with all the other characters, Tweedledum, Tweedledee, the Cheshire Cat, the Mad Hatter, and the March Hare, all packed up their bags and went to Llandudno for the summer. And there you will still find them in the streets. Llandudno has statues of all the characters dotted in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Didn't know why, did we?
Anyone else?
And then Sheila, let's have yours.
I put Alice bashed her head on the mirror. That's odd, she said. It worked last time.
I have a slightly more calamitous version of the same thing. Alice's mother rushed to ring emergency services. "Quickly, my daughter's bleeding all over. She just smashed into the mirror."
Nice one.
Any more?
Talia.
Andy?
No,
Right.
Bob has, I think.
Yeah.
I think Bob's got one.
Alice watched the White Rabbit run towards the hole and heard the explosion as the undergraduates behind a bush fired their shotgun.
dear.
I hadn't really quite finished it.
But we got the gist
got
of
the
it.
gist.
We
We
got
got the gist.
Andy.
You have to have been around in the 60s to appreciate this one. Just think, said Alice, in 100 years or so, I'll be in a Jefferson Airplane song.
Jefferson Airplane. Some of them won't know. They don't know Jefferson Airplane.
Or
Heard of
a Woody, not Woody Guthrie. What was the other one? Alice's Restaurant.
Oh,
Oh, that's Arlo Guthrie.
Arlo Guthrie.
Yeah.
He's still singing that, you know. I
Yeah.
read an article where he is still going around festivals, etc., singing Alice's Restaurant. Can you believe it? And he's a
Yeah.
great big fat bloke with a beard now.
Yeah.
I got one, yeah, where Lewis Carroll was talking to his editor, and he says, "Yes, I've got this great idea for a novel about a girl called Alice who leaves her home in Newcastle and travels all the way to Sunderland."
Oh my God. Right. Anyone who suggested it?
Alice.
Alice.
Oh, come on then, Alice.
Okay, rather off the cuff, I'm afraid. Alice said, "I've booked myself into some Freudian analysis sessions because I can't stop dressing up like Grace and Perry."
I love the way Grace and Perry dresses. So has anyone got anything else?
Has anybody else got a book to go?
There's an extra one.
Roger.
Okay.
I've got two actually. One goes, the man Friday stretched out and licked his lips, thinking that was the best meal he'd had in years.
I almost did. Yeah.
Oh, my other one was, Friday was feeling sarcastic. With an umbrella like that, you bloody well hope it doesn't rain. Well, the classic picture of him is with his umbrella.
The sunshade, yeah.
Sunshine.
Andy's got one.
Right, Andy.
Push off, said the captain. We don't give lifts to castaways.
I've got one.
Lynn's got one.
Lynn.
Mine was, "Move that cruise liner, it's blocking my view."
Yeah, yeah.
Varian.
Yeah,
Robinson Crusoe missed the island and his life at sea. So he set off again, this time taking a GPS.
Yeah. Robinson looked puzzled and said, "I'm sorry, Roy, Mr. Plumley, I don't understand what a disc is."
Man Friday set up his chain of restaurants. Is it TGI Fridays? Is it?
Yes.
Drink cocktails, sandwiches, and seaweed fritters, which I'm sure you've all enjoyed on your visit.
Very good.
Who suggested
That was
I did.
It was
I
Rob.
had something similar to yours, Jim, which was mine was, "What a shame Crusoe lacked skill in the teaching of English, but how fortunate that Friday landed on an island with a ready meal on hand."
very good.
Any more books?
Well, I've got
No,
a-
mind.
Oh, go on, Talia. Go on, Talia. Sorry, I'm just.
No, it's okay.
No, come on.
Crusoe, learning about all corruption and exploitation back home, decided not to get on the rescue ship.
A good choice.
Yeah.
Good decision.
Good idea.
And Lynn's got. See if anyone else has. Yeah.
All right, let's get going because time is running out.
Bob.
No, Paris, mate. Juliet was last week. I'm into Tracy now.
Tracy now. Roger.
Okay, I've got something similar. Rosalind to Romeo. Oh, all right then.
I was going to say Romeo was to Paris, so Juliet didn't get a book.
Worse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've got
Ollie.
I'm down here, Juliet. Where else would I be?
I've got one.
Better than me.
And they lived happily ever after.
Oh, I mean, I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
And they lived happily ever after.
Yes. Which is a slightly unusual ending, yeah.
It is an unusual ending. And Lynn, your ending?
Mine was on Finding Romeo, Juliet shrugs. Oh well, plenty more fish in the sea.
Very good. Oh, yeah.
Andy.
Stone me, said Will Shakespeare. This will never sell.
You see, that's you could stand on it.
Yeah.
That was very good. We must be running out of
We're
time.
running very short of time. We've got any more books? A quickie?
I've got a possible one for Romeo and Juliet.
Yep.
Neither of the injuries turned out to be fatal. They just remained in a coma for 100 years before being kissed by a frog.
Oh dear.
God, it's exhausting.
Well, let's just do very quick one while we're on Shakespeare. Hamlet.
Oh. And he made his fortune through cigar adverts.
Oh, I've got. This is a great cigar.
Okay. Doobie doobie doo. That is the question.
I